Good evening. My name is Catalina Florez and I am going to talk about overpopulation. Overpopulation is a condition when the number of its inhabitants exceeds the carrying capacity of its habitat. In this case, Earth for humans. The carrying capacity of Earth is between 4 billion and 16 billion. Right now we are 7 billion. In 2020, the population is expected to be 8 billion. In 2050, we are going to be 9.3 billion. And in 2100, we are going to be more than 10 billion. So the question is, what do you expect Earth to be for our future generation? Do you imagine your city or your country overpopulated? According to the U.S. Census Bureau International Database, by the year 2015, China will no longer be the most overpopulated country in the world. That distinction will pass to India, where 1.8 billion people could be competing for their country resources. So one solution to overcome this problem is education. Giving women in poor nations better access to education and birth control methods will help to reduce millions of unwanted births in this developing world. 51 million unintended pregnancies occur every year because women are not using contraception. Their birth rates are 5 children per woman. That is why education is the key. Women education is a life-saving knowledge. It builds job skills and allows women to work and marry later in life. It gives also women the power to say how many children she wants and when. I read an article in the CNN health section. The article is written by Sunshine Licao de Leon. She talks about a woman, Cecilia Lopez, who lives in Manila, Philippines. Cecilia is 52 years old, and she wishes she had learned a few things, and she said, "If I knew back then about choices in family planning, I would have been able to control having children." Cecilia has 12 children living in one room house. The 12 children eat, sleep, and live all under the same roof. And she continues, "If it were up to me, I wouldn't want to have so many, but I didn't use family planning, so basically, they just keep coming and coming." She eventually heard about birth control pills from his neighbors, but she didn't know how it worked. And the problem is not only that Cecilia has too many children, but also the quality of life for those children. Just like Cecilia, her 17-year-old daughter became pregnant, and now Cecilia has 3 grandchildren. Another solution to mitigate the overpopulation in the future is birth control methods. One policy that has been successful is the China One Child policy. This policy restricts married urban couples to have only one child, while allowing exceptions for several cases, including twins, ethnic minorities, and parents without any siblings themselves. Authorities say that it has prevented more than 400 million from 1979 to 2011. China still have 1 million more births than deaths every 5 weeks. Although many people is against this policy, 76% of the population supports it. If a family wants to have a second child, the family will have to pay a fee to the government. This reduction in the fertility rate in China has reduced problems like epidemics, overwhelmed social problems, and have helped China economic growth. Even with this policy, like I said, China have more births than deaths. So my conclusion is that we must consider our population a reality. Humans need to start thinking about this problem that will have consequences for all in the future. Thank you.